Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topic, classic debates, and we give you a fresh perspective on sports and how we see it. So today I want to welcome you to today's episode. As you can see, I'm really fired up, and the topic is the Clippers are trading Kawhi Leonard according to latest rumors. So that's what I want to get into in today's video. But before we get into that, I want you guys to please make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content, and be sure to subscribe to our Dreamerspro Short Clips channel, which we have linked in the description below, and be sure to check out the Dreamerspro Podcast, which is also linked in the description below, so you guys can check it out there. So anyway, I have a lot to get off my chest today. This news, I actually read it late last night. I was about to go to bed, and I just stumbled upon the article, and then I just started to do a little bit of investigating. Now, I just decided that we wanted to get ahead of this story a little bit and just give you some of our thoughts and opinions on this particular topic here. So, according to The Athletic, I believe The Athletic is an online publication. I think they're a newspaper or website or whatever it is. They were essentially speaking to some agents around the NBA. And one of the agents said, I think they were just asking them some questions about the offseason and what they've been hearing or whatever. And they were speaking to one of the agents, and one of the agents said, who I don't know who this agent is, an unnamed person said that he heard that the Clippers are going to break up their roster, and they're planning to move on with Kawhi Leonard. And the moment I heard that, I was like, I just have to get in front of this story here. And we at Dreamerspro, we have to give you guys what we, our own perspective on this before it just, gets spun all over the place. Now, first of all, let me just say, I think this is complete, utter nonsense. First reason is the Clippers essentially just mortgaged their future in order to get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George to give away all of their picks. Okay, that's the first thing. So I don't know what organization goes ahead and just sort of gets rid of all of their picks for the future, and then a season later, when things don't go well, they decide to blow up the entire team and now do a rebuild or try to go get somebody else that they think can get the job done. Now, let me just give you guys some of Kawhi Leonard's numbers last season. Kawhi Leonard had pretty much all career highs. He had career highs in points. He averaged 27 points for the team, 7.1 rebounds, and 4.9 assists. Led the team in points. In the playoffs, he averaged 28 points a game, shot 49% from the field, shot 33% from the three, which wasn't very good. He shot 86% from the free throw line, got you 9.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, and 2.3 steals, and was by far their most consistent player and one of the best players in the playoffs. I've always said that I think Kawhi Leonard is the best player in the world. Some people have come since the Clippers lost and asked the question, what happened to your man Kawhi? Is he still the best player in the world? Absolutely, I still think he's the best player in the world. Now, he had one of his worst, probably his worst game in his career in that game 7 when they lost, but up until that, the dude has been balling, man, and he was just basically carrying the team with Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams, who disappeared in the playoffs, and Paul George, who was just utterly inconsistent. And after coming back into the NBA bubble for those 8 games, averaging 25.5 points, shooting 50% from the 3-point line, and that fourth in the playoffs just went cold, averaging 21 points, and it was just hit or miss. So he didn't have his best game, but for me, I still think Kawhi Leonard is unquestionably the best player in the world. And for some of you guys who would say, but how can you say that he just lost? Well, usually these people that ask this question are usually LeBron James fans, and I'll pose it to you this way. The reason I think Kawhi Leonard is still the best player in the world is the same reason why you guys watch LeBron get swept in finals, watch him lose, and still thought he was the best player in the world. So if it's okay for you guys to believe that, I think it's okay for me. I don't think you guys are going to hold me to that double standard. So I'm just going to say that I think he's still the best player in the world. Now, let me just get back to this topic here. The Clippers just signed a new head coach for the next 5 years in Tyronn Lue. Okay. And let me just tell you the significance of this and why I think this report or this rumor is so outlandish and just ridiculous. I want you guys to take a listen to a soundbite of Steve Ballmer, I think it was yesterday, when they were introducing Ty Lue in the press conference of the media. And I want you guys to listen to what Steve Ballmer had to say about their new coach that they just hired and what he thinks about the upcoming season. So before I go too far, I want you guys to take a listen to this audio. Take a listen to this.
I don't think we played our best basketball most of the time. Frankly, we're in the bubble, and certainly the way we ended our season, that really disappointed me. I think probably fair to say my personality is all about winning, and we didn't get the job done that we expected to get done at the end of the season. You could say it was extra painful, if you will, to be down or to be up rather 3-1 and then have Denver come back on us. But at the end of the day, we did not meet the goals we set out for ourselves. And so after sort of a period to breathe, to decompress for all of us, we tried to, really ask the question. We did ask the question, what do we need to do? What can we do to be better, to improve? And, one of the areas where we decided, just because of, where we were and trying to get different perspective, et cetera, was in the area of coach. And we brought in the best coach possible. I think the best coach in the NBA, frankly, and certainly the best coach for the Clippers at this stage of the game. So I'm excited about where we are. I'm itching actually to have the season get going again, and somehow the magic of this crazy stuff. I don't know when we'll restart. You got to ask the league about that, but I hope this is not as long as the average off season, and just excited to see what Ty and our group of players and staff will do in the next season.
Now, in that soundbite, you clearly hear Steve Ballmer say a number of things. So let's just go through them. First thing he says is he believes that he has the best coach in the NBA. That's what he believes, right? He believes that they were able to get the best coach in the league. That's number one. And number two, he spoke about how he was excited for the prospects of this new season and how he wishes it could get started right now, and he's just really pumped up to go, and he's so excited for the new for the season to get started. So let me ask you guys this question: what owner comes out, hires a new coach, commits to the guy for the next 5 years, says he's excited for the season to get started, and then in the midst of all of that, in the back of his mind, they're planning to trade away their best asset, their best player? Does that make any kind of sense to you? Secondly, if they were to trade Kawhi Leonard, who are they going to trade him for? Where's the equal value? What player are they going to trade Kawhi Leonard for to get back equal value? Now, some people may say, well, they may trade him out to get some other pieces, and they can just have basically a team of role players. If they were going to do that, why didn't they just stand pat with what they had before they got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, number one? They already tried that. It didn't work. Right? They tried that for a number of years. Now, let me just say this as well. Steve Ballmer bought the team in 2014 for $2 billion, which was at the time the highest purchasing price of any team in the NBA. And because of that purchase, it caused the entire, it caused all of the other teams, their net value to go up. Now, we went into this in depth in a video we did a number of months ago, and I think the video was why Kawhi Leonard is worth well over $2 billion to the Clippers. If you guys never saw that, is where we really were experimenting with a show. It's called Money in Sports, which we stopped doing because of other reasons, where I broke down sort of the business of sports and why how that thing came about, and the dollar and cents behind it. So if you guys are really interested in getting to understand that, we're going to link that somewhere here in the video and you can take a look at it. But you guys can go and watch that while I break down the numbers of that entire deal. So the guy has had that team for 6 years, right? Steve Ballmer is one of these people. I mean, he's a winner, right? He's former CEO of Microsoft Computers. These guys are all about winning, and they want results. And these guys at that level, especially when you have the money out there to do it, usually companies, people that have a lot of money, when they're starting their businesses, they want to go and hire the best people, right? They want to hire the best people because they want to give themselves the best chance to succeed at the highest level. And Steve Ballmer has said he's all about winning, and he wants to win a championship. In that video that we did, which we're going to link here somewhere in this video, I'm probably going to put in the description below, you guys can go and watch where he talks about the importance of winning a championship and what it can do for the value of an NBA franchise. So for the rumor to say that they're planning on a rebuild or to blow up the roster or trade away Kawhi Leonard, to me, I think is just outlandish. Now, we've seen strange things happen in the NBA, right? We've seen strange things happen. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're not going to trade away Kawhi Leonard at all, because there's no player you can get back for equal value. There's none. Who's the player? Name the player. There's no player out there you can get back for equal. You don't trade away the best player in the world and expect to have amazing results. No one does that. So I don't think they're going to trade Kawhi Leonard away. Now, granted, Kawhi Leonard has a player option. I think he decided to walk next season, but that's a different issue. But nobody's going to trade him away at this point. Now, some people say, well, they're going to trade him because maybe Kawhi Leonard wants to leave the team next season, so they want to get some value before he leaves. Yes, there are those possibilities out there. However, that's not the topic I'm addressing in this particular topic here today. So I don't think they're going to trade him away, and I think they're going to stand pat. And I don't think this rumor is going to gain any traction, and I don't think it's going to be true. So I know I said a lot. I went through it kind of fast, but that's just how I feel on it. So what I want to know from you guys is, do you think there's any legitimacy to this particular rumor? Do you think it's something that could happen? If you do think so, why do you think so? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Again, don't forget to go ahead and check out the video we just mentioned. I just mentioned to you guys a few times because it really lays out the whole business side behind basketball and sports. So you guys can definitely check that out. Be sure to also subscribe to the Dreamerspro Short Clips channel. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we drop our content. Once again, this is Charles here from Dreamerspro, wishing you guys an amazing day. Peace.